Hello Australia, welcome to another episode of The Couch, episode 523, coming to you from Side, our studio here at Leederville, the School of Isolation Distance Education TV studio where we make the show every week. Let me introduce the crew I've promised to introduce every week. This is Fletcher. Hello Fletcher. Hey. You enjoy being on the show?
Oh, that's right.
Single? No. He's going over to LA to do some camera stuff. He'll be back with us very soon, but thanks for being part of the crew.
It's great.
Have fun today. Look who's here. It's Kayla.
Forget
Hi.
it. No, she does great donuts. Not does, she brings them in. And you really are a great crew member.
Oh, thank you.
What are you looking forward to being part of the crew for? What are you looking forward to in a few years' time? Doing my job, maybe?
Yeah, to get on
She won't be
show.
here much longer.
This is Kayla. Thank you very much, Kayla. Mitchell's one of our new people. Mitchell, tell us a quick 5 seconds about Mitchell. Don't say you're single and willing.
I'm Mitch.
Yeah. What's the best character about you, Mitch, out on a crew? What can you do really, really well?
I can deliver drinks.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm thirsty. This is Mitchell. He'll be part of the crew. Thank you for being part of it. Oh, this is one of my favourites because you know why, Rachel, that you're one of my favourites?
Because I turn the air conditioner on.
She looks after the aircon. But can I say that, and the crew would back me up on this, she's nearly let me die a couple of times in the studio, but Rachel is one of our fantastic crew members, just like Kayla. And also you do a bit of dancing and kids parties as well on the side.
Not the dancing part.
Oh, okay, that must just be me. And thank you very much. That is the crew. This is one of our crew as well. This is Tony, our floor manager.
Hey, Fred.
No, you're not seeing double on the TV. I'm the good-looking one. We've got a big show. Hope you can stay with us. That's part of our crew. We'll introduce the rest of our crew next week. But here's the opener for the show today.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch. With Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Oh, it's always nice to have a different opener for the show. Now, the guy I forgot to welcome as well, Adrian over there. He's one of our old crew members. I think we had a shot of Adrian just over there. That's Adrian. He sets up the set. He does all the technical stuff and helps the team. And we forgot him because he was doing the handheld thing that recorded everyone. Thank you, Fletcher, for taking that shot. Good camera, people. Thank you for joining us today, Australia. And thank you to all our new viewers on Foxtel. Thanks to all the feedback we've been getting. That one email I got last week was fantastic. And I have taken it on board. And I'll be leaving next week. No music. I'm going with Fletch and Rachel over to America. They need a host over there. Let me start the show today with someone that doesn't need any introduction because I've forgotten his name. No, it's Cameron Lynch. He's doing movies. Welcome back.
Welcome. Thank you, Fred, very much. And congratulations to your moving over to America.
I would love to.
Yes.
Rove did it for a day.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's true, actually. And look at him now.
I'd have to probably do the late show.
So late, it's early.
That's
the
it.
early show before the morning show.
And can we announce today that you and I use the same hairdressers?
Absolutely.
Fast 10.
F10, the best.
F10, $10. You stick your money in the slot. Don't be rude there. And then a little ticket comes out, and then they call you, and then you watch the little cartoons.
Yeah, yep. And I think
And
viewers will agree, worth every cent. $10.
The only
$10
problem
haircuts.
is when we're on the same show, people say, you guys have had the same hairdresser.
Yes.
But I've got less hair because I made a mistake. I forgot to tell them about the number 2 cut. But you've got great movies today, Cam?
And the number 2 cut isn't code for something. Yes, I have great movies today. Inside Out. Now, you're going to be hearing this name many, many times. This is the latest offering from Disney Pixar that brought us insert list of impressive films here in the animation realm. It basically tells a story of a girl named Riley who's moved from Midwest America to San Francisco with her parents. And it's kind of a coming-of-age tale, but the difference is a lot of this movie takes place sort of in her internal monologue, more over her emotions. So emotions are personified in this film as joy, anger, disgust, fear, and sadness. And they've got sort of celebrity voices. So joy's voiced by Amy Poehler. Anger is by Lewis Black. I think fear is Bill Hader. But it's already got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for its score. So basically the pre-screeners, it's only got like 21 reviews at the moment, but they're saying this is a really return to form Critics haven't been too impressed with the last few Disney Pixar offerings. I think they're finding they're a little bit too formulaic and a bit childish and things like that. But they're saying this is a bit more of a coming-of-age film. It works on separate levels, so something for the adults and something for the children. And the word throwing around with this one, mostly in these preliminary reviews, is inventive. Control F and inventive, and it comes up in a lot of different reviews, basically.
Just before you throw to the trailer,
yeah.
You talk about Disney, the new style that they got, Tomorrow World or Tomorrowland.
Yes.
How did you think that went?
It's getting, again, mixed reviews. I think there's, for different reasons, basically. Again, out of the sort of animation realm, Disney's more the live-action film. They need to find a return to form.
Refocus.
And again, trying, I mean, they had so much success with Pirates of the Caribbean, so basically making movies based on rides at Disneyland is kind of one of those things I think they're going to try and perpetuate. But this looks really impressive. It's very colorful, very fun. Inside Out, let's have a look.
So, Riley, how was the first day of school?
Fine, I guess.
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
Something's wrong. Signal the husband.
Uh-oh, she's looking at us. What did she say?
Oh, sorry, sir. No one was listening.
Is it garbage night? We left the toilet seat up. What is it, woman? What?
I'm joy. This is sadness. That's anger.
What?
This is disgust. And that's fear. We're Riley's emotions. These are Riley's memories. They're mostly happy, you'll notice, not to brag.
I wanted to maybe hold one.
What happened? Sadness?
She did something to the memory.
Is everything okay?
I don't know.
Take it back, Joy.
Trying.
Joy, no,
Let
wait.
go.
The core memories.
No.
Can I say that curse word now?
What do we do now?
Nothing's working. Why isn't it working?
We have a major problem.
Oh, I wish Joy was here.
We can fix this. We just have to get back to headquarters.
That's long-term memory. You could get lost in there.
Think positive.
Okay. I'm positive you will get lost in there.
What was that? Was it a bear?
There are no bears in San Francisco.
I saw a really hairy guy. He looked like a bear.
This place is huge. Imagination Land? No way. Dream Productions? Rainbow Unicorn? She's right there. I loved you in Fairy Dream Adventure Part 7. Okay, bye. I love you. You can't focus on what's going wrong. There's always a way to turn things around. It's broccoli.
Congratulations, San Francisco. You've ruined pizza. Who's the birthday girl? Brain freeze!
Hang on. Riley, here we come.
Looks awesome. It looks like it's going to be a big hit.
Smiles all around from the crew, and the strains of More Than a Feeling by Boston. How could you hate it? In theaters, June 18. Mark it on your calendar. Check it out, Inside Out.
Someone that said to me on the private, "I'll be back," is back. Is he in this movie again?
On the private? I think you've just coined that phrase there, Fred.
Well,
yes.
no one ever does it
Fred, of course, is really oddly referring to Terminator Genisys. Now, this is official. It is a reboot of the Terminator franchise. So this is the 5th installment in the Terminator series, but an official reboot. So basically, this is now the dragon's head of a new trilogy coming down. Basically, yeah, Arnie is coming back for it, albeit significantly older, and then a bunch of other characters who they've recast. So Australia's Jai Courtney is in it, and also Australia's Jason Clarke, who is, I think, is a much better actor than Jai Courtney, perfectly honest. He was in Dawn of Planet of the Apes and a lot of other films. I don't think I really need to go into it as much as I need to. I mean, the minutiae of it is pretty much all done.
It's one of those movies that sells itself, doesn't it?
More or less, yeah. It's a big action film. But the question is it going to be better than Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which in my opinion is still hands down one of the best action films of all time. It holds up ridiculously well. Go back and watch it. Even today's CG is just amazing. James Cameron just is unbeatable when it comes to dramatic sort of and action and things like that. So is it going to be better? No. Should it be made? 50-50, not too sure. If you're into action, probably up your alley. Terminator Genisys, let's have a look.
I'm glad you set up your...
John, you can do this. You just go and you don't look back.
whole life, I prepared my son to lead humanity in the fight against the machines.
On this night, we take back our world!
But there was one thing I could never prepare him for.
The machines tried to rig the game. Sent a Terminator back to the time before the war to kill my mother.
I'll go back. Let me save her.
Come with me if you want to live. Kyle Reese.
You know who I am?
We've been prepping for you to arrive for over a decade.
We. The Terminator.
It is nice to meet you.
I've been trying to teach him to blend in. I know it needs work. John.
Hi, Mom.
How can you be here?
What are you doing?
John!
What have they done to my son?
Survive was what you taught me.
Where is he?
Get out.
I'm not machine. Not man. I'm more.
I can't leave him.
Whatever they did to John, we need a reversal.
Everything's changed. We are humanity's last hope. Load up.
I've been waiting for you. You gotta get him off me!
I'll be back.
What?
There you go. Another one.
Yeah, and people are really upset because there's actually quite a massive spoiler in that trailer.
Really?
But that's an official trailer, so basically, Jason Clarke being the Terminator, essentially.
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
but don't let me spoil anything for you. You can go see it in theaters on July 1st. Terminator Genisys.
Jurassic World, the next chapter.
Jurassic World. Now, when the first Jurassic Park came out, did you go absolutely gaga like everyone else?
I must admit, I did enjoy it, but in the 80s, when the first one came out, we all thought...
It wasn't the 80s, but anyway.
Was
yes,
it the 80s?
It was the 90s. Anyway,
90s,
yeah.
sorry. The stuff that was in it, we all thought was great technology.
Yeah.
Now you watch it as a repeat and you think, oh, well, a lot of crap.
Hasn't aged well.
But hasn't the new one progressed?
I didn't watch the original for like 7 years. I just wasn't that caught up in it. But when I saw it was good, and then the next two was kind of forgettable. But this one, I think, is kind of
I didn't know you were a New Zealander.
No, I know, right? But unlike Terminator, this is basically a continuation on from the series. So this actually this movie takes place 22 years after the original one.
Same production company?
I believe so. Yeah. So starring Chris Pratt, Omar Sy, and the fabulous, ageless B.D. Wong, who is the only character who was in all the previous movies and in this one as well. This is more of like almost a thriller kind of disaster movie featuring dinosaurs. I'm not too sure. It's gone in a very different direction, very action orientated. A lot of CG. Some people saying it's here or there, not too much of a good thing. But if you're a Jurassic Park fan, and I know many people are, they're completely excited for this. So Jurassic World, let's have a look.
Every time we've unveiled a new attraction, attendance has spiked.
That was awesome.
Corporate felt genetic modification would up the wow factor.
They're dinosaurs. Wow enough.
She was designed to be bigger than the T-Rex.
What happened to the sibling?
She ate it. We have an asset out of containment. What is that?
Her tracking implant, she clawed it out.
How would it know to do that?
She remembered where they put it in.
Oh, God.
She's killing for sport.
You got 20,000 people. You got no more boats. You don't have enough guns.
If we do this my way.
We got eyes on target.
Light it up!
Something's wrong. They're communicating.
We're talking about an animal here.
A highly intelligent animal.
Looks awesome.
Jurassic World, a fun roller coaster, well maybe not fun, terrifying roller coaster ride. And after you finish watching this episode of The Couch, it's in cinemas now, so get
Can
to
I
step
give
it.
you just a 10-second opinion?
Yes.
Aloha, where did we go wrong with that one?
Oh, where did we go right?
Don't say
to be
Emma
honest.
Stone.
No. It was like 5 or 6 different whole movies trying to smush into one.
Do you reckon the storyline was all mixed up? Is that what the plot didn't really
I
discover
think Cameron
itself?
Crowe was in the throes of a psychogenic fugue state, and he had like 12 or 13 different personalities trying to direct this one film. It was inherently bad for a variety of reasons, and I'm not the only one saying this. So unfortunately, I went in with a completely open mind because I had no idea what it was like.
It's funny when you go to a movie preview and the people say the food before the movie's better than the movie, you got problems.
Absolutely.
And the belly dancers were great too.
Yes.
Belly dancer bombshells,
Yes.
wonderful job, girls. We loved you there, better than the movie.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a shame because it
was a
still
shame.
good. Let's have a look at the top 5 movies for this week. Quickly.
Indeed.
Number 5,
Number
it is.
5, Tomorrowland.
Number 4.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Number 3.
Spy.
Number 2.
Mad Max Fury Road.
And at number 1.
San Andreas.
And we still want to go to all the previews, and we love you, all the distributors as well. Thank you very much to Cameron Lynch. We'll see you hopefully maybe next week or the week after.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you, because we'll be back after the break. See you then. Well done. Thank you. Welcome back to The Couch on Aurora Television, Foxtel around Australia. And don't forget, tell all your friends that we are now on the web, thecouch.com.au. You can catch the whole episode on a Sunday night at 8 p.m. in Perth, 10 o'clock everywhere else in Australia. And please check your local Foxtel guides, because in every state it sometimes differs. And there are repeats. Can I also say to those people who SMS me during the week, like at 2 a.m. in the morning, say I want to win a Fasta pasta voucher, we are 2 hours behind over here in Perth. So hey, if you do record the show, it's even worse. But please remember that. And then the real show is on Sunday night, 10 p.m. So if you enter competitions on a Tuesday or Wednesday, you'll be lucky if you win, but don't hope on it. All right, somebody that's always lucky because she brings a rainbow to every discussion she brings into the studio. Today we're talking about the Equality Act that's coming up in Federal Parliament, hopefully. Cara Walker from Talking Green, Eco Fairies. Welcome back.
Fred, thank you
And you've
very
got
much.
Charlton with you as well.
I have Charlton with me on the couch today. Welcome to the couch.
Thank you very much.
One of our new presenters presenting with the presenter. Anyway, we'll just roll with that one. So I really wanted to bring in marriage equality because this is a topic for me that I feel very passionate about. I'm actually a marriage celebrant, and today I had the very lucky morning to marry one of my friends to a beautiful husband. And I always feel this pang in my heart of why can't I do this for all my friends? And I just can't because our government stands against it. And people are always asking me these days, what does it mean? What does marriage equality mean? So I really just wanted to define that for people today.
Yeah.
So the government, basically, when you get married, you follow the 1961 Marriage Act, and there is a monitum in there which says Australian marriage is between a man and a woman. And those simple words that are in there, you know, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. It's this one sentence that's said at every wedding. To have marriage equality, we need to remove those words, a man and a woman, between two people.
So what is this set on? Is this religious based? Or?
Well, that's the thing, is our country isn't governed by religious law. We're governed by civil law, and we vote for our government to represent the people. So people are putting in their stance saying, yes, but we're Catholic or whatever religion that you are, we don't do that. But our laws are not meant to be based on religion. So that, you know, goes against who we are as a society to start off with. Secondly, if we also don't have a presidential, we have a Prime Minister who's meant to represent the people, who we have voted in for the party. So him recently coming in saying, you know, I think that we should decide and not the people, is just him living on his presidential status that he seems to think that he has, and making these ridiculous ideas. I think you can see Fred over there flinching, wanting to say something.
Can I just say, I'm a supporter of Tony Abbott. I think he's actually, He's going to come back
I
after
haven't heard
this.
anyone say they're a
Do you know what? I'm willing to say.
I've honestly never met
I'll tell you
anybody
why I am, because I think he will be the Prime Minister that brings this in, and I think forget about taxes, forget about deficit, forget about budgets and all the other crap. Nobody will remember this, Tony. If you allow a conscience vote and you are the man that signs off on it, you will be the hero of this nation, because you're giving equality to a minority group that has been asking for it for a very long time, and it shows a different side to the PM that we've seen all along.
So, but can I just define what this is saying? A conscious vote, people don't quite understand. But in the parties, Liberal had the coalition party stand as a party. So when it comes up as a bill, they say as a party, which is the majority of the houses in our representatives, we say no. When we're saying a conscientious vote, they're saying each individual member would be able to vote freely. So, or it could also be called a free vote. And that way, people who are in the front bench, who are now standing up saying, you know what, I actually don't believe in the party's policies, can finally have a say, and we can get it across the line. So what we need to change is actually in the parties saying that they can vote freely. So it starts that for step one. Bill Shorten has just released a bill saying that they want to change the words. However, Tony Abbott has said he does not want the bill to be a Labor bill. He wants it to be a parliamentary.
It needs to be a bill that's owned by Parliament, and I understand that as well, because this is not a change to the legislation that is like bringing in a new carton of milk. Yeah. This is going to change the ingredients in the community and our lifestyle for a very long time. This is a very important issue. So I think, again, you're a great Prime Minister, because you've noticed that this is important, but this is important. I believe it's important to many gay people to not be just another piece of legislation.
But he has been in for a long time, and his view up until now I'm sorry, I just have to say that. I don't like
but
him.
Can I just say to you, Labor have been just as bad. They're hypocrites.
Oh,
Labor would never support it in a fit. Julia Gillard said she would never support a gay marriage act. Kevin Rudd said he'd never support it. The Greens weren't even for it until now, because it's become, they've all said it because they knew it would never come in.
But are they all not feeling the pressure now?
Well,
you know,
with Bill
observing all the other
Shorten's
countries
presentation, there were 1 million signatures that went with it.
Exactly.
So the people support, and that's it. Where we're saying you are representing the people, but the people have spoken and they're not actually following through.
Do you think this will get up? I mean, can I ask, maybe Charlton as well, from the young people in the community, heterosexual guys in the community, are you threatened by this legislation? Because I hear a lot on Talkback Radio on 6PR. A lot of people are saying, oh, what's next? Are they going to marry their brothers and their sisters?
And this is what got me angry, because I had a friend... Oh, sorry, you talk, sir.
Go on.
Take it away, Charlton.
Honestly...
He's not a piece of lolly on the furniture.
What do you think?
I'm all for it. At the end of the day, it doesn't affect me.
It will if you get married to me.
But the big thing for me is that everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to make their own decision. And
it's about equality.
I just think no one can stand in the way of them choosing what they want to do to be happy.
Exactly.
And,
and like my
really
very staunch grandfather said, who just says things that make me shudder, but he goes, "Do you know what? As long as it's not compulsory, they don't care what they do." And that is fantastic.
Most people say that to me too.
It's got nothing to do with anyone. And someone has said on, I don't know how, but on Facebook I saw someone post an opposition to Bill Shorten's proposition, and I was disgusted that I knew someone like this. And it took everything within me not to write, you know, a foot-long abusive message. And in the end, I just deleted many things and wrote, I disagree. And then someone wrote under that, I can't believe out of all the things wrong in this world that this is something the politicians feel we need to discuss. But when is equality not something that we should discuss? It is a human right, and it's who we stand for.
Absolutely.
So it's actually got to do with everyone. And in the future, when we're looking back right now at how Aboriginal Australians were not able to vote and seen as human beings, when women weren't allowed to vote, when rape was accepted in marriage, we look at these things and say, how did you stand by and not do anything? When we look back,
violence was just tolerated and
it was
kept
tolerated,
quiet.
not talked about. In the future, when we're looking at this time, if you're not doing anything, they will look back and say, what were you doing? And this is an important time, and it's very exciting to be around.
There's a list of things that we used to accept as
Absolutely.
Can I say to you, it's wonderful that it's now a shared party line. The Liberals, Labor, Democrats, everybody are supporting the rights of people to have equality. And I think that those people who are radicals and want to start making things out of it, you're not going to get a chance to vote in a referendum, because your type of views, unfortunately, are what divides this country. And you don't want those sort of views. This is a very important issue, but it affects a small minority majority of people, and they should have the right to be respected.
Absolutely.
Without everybody's view being a personal view in a referendum.
And if you're religious, it doesn't give you a passport to be a jerk. I just need to finish on that.
And can I also say, the best thing to do, and I've always said, take religion out of the Marriage Act here in Australia, not the world, take it out
of the Marriage Act.
Well, there you go.
It's not in the marriage. It's a civil marriage act. I'm a civil marriage celebrant, and celebrants are standing up saying, "I won't marry them. I'm a civil marriage celebrant. I will marry you happily."
It's a choice, and there's nothing wrong with choice, is there, Cara?
It's a choice.
Where can we get more information?
Head to the Couch website on this fantastic rainbow debate, thecouch.com.au. You will see the segment guide. You could also look up my website, which is ecofairies.com. I'm going to have a whole lot of information up there. But more than anything, if you are supporting and want to get on board, contact your local parliament and have your say. Now is the time to stand up for human rights and equality. Let's all get married.
And if you do it and you do it well, I'm going to give you a Fasta pasta voucher. Thank you very much, Cara. Thank you very much to Charlton.
It's always good to have a chat.
It is nice also to get the view of young people, because you're only 18 yourself.
Yeah, I am,
and it's really an important issue for the future. And I think having a lot of young people, you speak on behalf of a majority of young people.
Absolutely.
You've got no opposition to it. So you know what, politicians, just do it. Get it over and done with.
The future's looking bright then.
You can marry any of these men in the room.
And I hope we have...
Absolutely.
You floozy. No, look, it is. That's how important it is. It's not that serious in the sense of people getting angry about it. It's important to the people that it affects. Exactly. Let them have it. Just like I like a swimming pool, Cara doesn't. It's not that big a deal. It's not going to affect our life. Well, maybe Cara does like a swimming pool. I don't know, I just made something up. But thank you very much to Cara. Thank you to Charlton. We'll be back later on.
Thank you very much.
Cara, you'll be back hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
I'm sure.
And we'll get married soon. If you would like to win this $50 voucher that I've got in my hands, I've got 3 of them to give away. You may want to check out the new menus at Fasta Pasta first. Have a look at this.
Introducing Fasta Pasta's new lunch menu.
Lunch the way I like it, please.
Just choose your fresh pasta.
Linguine.
And your sauce.
Fiorentina.
From just $9.90, then add sides and drinks. Lunch the way you like it, for a price you'll love. Only at Fasta Pasta.
And that is where you've got to go, to Fasta Pasta. If you want to win one of these 3 $50 vouchers, all you have to do is put the code word, it's on your screen right now. It is Fasta Pasta, spelt wrong, F-A-S-T-A, P-A-S-T-A, Fasta Pasta. Your name and address has to be on that SMS, and please make sure that you do put that, because otherwise I just throw them straight into the delete pile. 0439 929 929. I spoke too long, the number didn't stay up. 0439 929 929. That is the number, the normal SMS number that we send everything to. And this is the voucher that I'm going to use today, because I'm not giving it away now that I'm hungry. But Fasta Pasta, thank you for all their support as well, and we'll be giving those away every week on the show. Now, you're probably wondering what's going on in this next segment. So am I. But let me tell you, I've got a lady sitting next to me. I'm going to get the microphone here. We're going to have a bit of fun with this one. Neat Ideas are a great company. They've got a fantastic kids festival coming up. But with me is Kira.
Faerie Cara, hello.
Faerie Cara, thank you.
Faerie Cara.
Now, tell me, I've got to get that right. Now, tell me your involvement. Like, what do you guys do? What does Freedom Fairies relate to here in Perth?
Well, Freedom Fairies is really about community, and we're about bringing magic and experiences to children and to everyone in the community, and bringing everyone together as well.
Now, today you're involved with the Kids Fest.
Yes.
How are you involved?
We're doing a lot of face painting. So we're going to have 3 fairies down there, and we're going to have our garden set up as well, and all our magical fairy dust, and we're going to be painting faces.
Is there a reason why you've got paints and that here today?
Yes, there is. I think if you want, we can paint your face.
Oh, but Mardi Gras not till a few months away.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
But I can give it a try. So it is Freedom Fairies. Faerie Cara is with us today. You can see her on my little camera here. Thank you for being in today. And you're going to be painting me up, so you need me to take my glasses off. That's a lot better, because I can't see a thing now. Where are you, Kira? You're there. Now, can I just throw over to my co-assistant here in this terrible thing that I'm trying to do here. Anisha Seth, over to you to talk to John and Kate.
Thank you, Fred. From one magical lady to a magical team, I have got John and Kate from Neat Ideas on the couch. Welcome along.
Hi, good to see you.
Now, we're going to talk about a very exciting fun fest coming up, which is Western Australia's biggest family affair, coming up this winter to warm everyone's hearts and souls up.
That's right.
Yeah, but tell us first of all a little bit about Neat Ideas and what you do. Maybe John, you can start off.
Well, we're a bunch of crazy people that have been in business for 25 years. We've been doing lots and lots of events, so we specialise in family events, and we've also got a huge rewards and benefits program that we look nationally, that we look after about 6 odd million people. But our passion is events. But what brings the money in is the rewards and benefits. So this July school holidays, we're putting on the Kids Funfest, and it's going to be a fantastic day for everybody. Mums, dads, kids, you name it. They can all spin around and drink lots of Coke and get sick if they want. But, yeah.
Wonderful. So it's happening on the weekend of July 11th and 12th. So right in the middle of winter. So very important to be very active. Kate, tell us a little bit about the Funfest and what you'd expect if you go there.
Well, I guess we'll start off by saying, I don't know if you can tell, but this is my dad. You might be able to see the family similarities.
Take the moustache off
and we both, for my whole, since I was yay big, we've done family events, and we're so excited to be bringing WA this winter, the Kids Funfest. This year is going to be absolutely incredible. We've got so many rides, entertainment, Freedom Fairies, of course. We've got a synthetic ice ring that we're so excited to present to the public. I think it's the first time it's been set up in Western Australia.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah. We did it in Rottnest.
Did it in Rottnest. Okay, there you go.
We took it to Rottnest.
Yeah. And you do great work the whole year round. So tell us about Rottnest and what happened there, because I believe you created a bit of excitement at Rottnest recently. Yeah,
it was a mini have a go, and what we're going to do next year is do have a go on a larger scale, so we're encouraging kids to have a go in all sorts of sports. Whereas Rottnest was a mini one. We had a rock climbing wall, spider mountain slides, bungees and trampolines. We had the synthetic ice skating rink right on, just about on beachfront at Rottnest. So it was the best visual ever to be able to see people ice skating with the beach in the background. So that's what we were doing on Rottnest, and it was designed to actually bring people over to Rottnest in the winter months, and worked a treat. The crowds, all the boats were full, and usually that time of the year is 2 men and a dog. This is what we're hoping to do with the Kids Funfest, the same thing. Everything's undercover. It can be raining, it can be thunderstorms, but everybody will be out of the rain and
we just
inside.
want to see everyone running around, being nice and active, smiles on everyone's faces, and the parents, you know, being able to enjoy.
I'm sure there's a lot of big kids out there as well that have a very good time.
Absolutely. You'd be surprised. The parents really get into it.
We're going to make a big beanbag cinema as well.
Yep, that's right.
And we've got the WA's longest obstacle course, 75 metres long, where the kids can run up and down and climb over things. We've got the Zor balls, we've got all the carnival rides, the ice skating rink, we've got bucking bulls, and we've got stage shows. Circus skills, you name it. What's another? Oh, we've got go-karts for kids.
Oh my goodness.
And the animal nursery will be the biggest.
Yeah.
The animal nursery has its own pavilion where kids can go pony riding. They can touch animals and all sorts of other things. And they can even come along and pat the fairies if they want.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, we might even invite Fred and you along.
Oh, goodness. I will be there. And gosh, Fred is starting to look very amazing.
Yeah, I think he's looking better already. Somebody said he had to, he was going to look at plastic surgery, but I think he can just have his weekly Freedom Fairy touch-up now.
It's amazing what makeup does these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Wow. Say,
he's taking photos of himself.
It is amazing what makeup does. I mean, I have very little makeup, believe it or not. And, you know, it's funny, preceding this interview, we did the Gay Marriage Act thing. Yeah. Look at this. An advocate. Men out there, I know you want me. And it's not just the crew that can't, you know, I've got to hold them back. Trust me.
We have security on set. So in regards to Funfest, how do people get involved? Because I know it sells out very quickly. All your events do, because they're priced very well and are packed full of fun. How do people find out more?
Hop on the website, www.kidsfunfest.com.au. Go online, have a read, see what we've got going on, and then I would highly recommend you buy tickets as soon as possible, because it is going to undoubtedly sell out quite quickly.
Wonderful, and because you're such great event organisers as well, you don't pack out your events, do you? So people can go, have a good time, pay their money at the door, and then is that it, John?
What we really love to see is mums, dads and kids all walking home with a smile on their face, knowing that they've had really good value for money. Once they come in those doors, they don't have to put their hand in their pocket for anything. Everything's free, and they just hop on a ride and get back on another one. The only thing, if they do want to spend money, they can buy show bags or cool drinks and things like that.
Yeah, sure. Oh, lovely. And of course you've got you've got a Christmas event that you run as well that I'm sure we'll hear about, but that one's always a sellout too.
That is huge.
Anything you can do with the top of the head?
It's very distracting.
I know it is, right? Well, do you know what? We've got the website that'll be on thecouch.com.au as well to follow all of John and Kate's great work putting these great kids festivals in Perth together. But we won't keep you in suspense any longer because we really, oh wow, he's got a nice face to go with the painting there. So we've got Fred's posing for us. Are we ready for your reveal?
I think you pretty much revealed most of it. I'll turn my mic on again so we can talk to Kira. Kira, hello. What was have I got that on? Hang on a sec, Kira. Television. Oh, there it is on. Is it on? Is that on? Yeah, it worked. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Kira, can you tell me what your motivation was to doing what you did to me?
I honestly thought you just needed to be a superhero today. Yes.
Well, you know what? She said to me, I'm going to do you up as Fat Man. And then I realised it wasn't Fat Man, it's Batman. But I thought, oh, that doesn't look much different.
I think you look super cool.
I do. Let's see it on the GoPro. Can we get it closer? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, that is bad. Thank you, Kira. Where can we catch you if we want to come and get some face painting?
Well, every single weekend we're down at Esplanade, we're at Salt on the Beach, and we're also at Fremantle Market.
And the name of the company?
Freedom Fairies.
And this is the best fairy there is, apart from our own Cara. It is, because you're going to be watching this. Faerie Cara, do you have a website?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, go for it.
We actually have fantastic business card and magnets, and it's freedomfairies.com.au.
That name again?
freedomfairies.com.au.
Our operators are waiting for your call now. Thank you very much for doing me today. And I thank, can I just thank as well John and Kate and Nisha, of course. Nisha, you did escape this much to having your face.
Oh, I would love to have it done.
Oh, I bet you do.
I would like to see the full face.
Hey, why don't we do Nisha out to the break? No, thank you very much. You've got some fantastic, neat ideas. I'm hoping to see John and Kate more often on the couch. And please check out and support them. They're doing some wonderful stuff. And there's always a neat idea or two on their website as well. Thank you for that. We need to take a break. Thanks to all the crew for laughing. And we'll see you at the other side of this break here on the couch. See you then. Welcome back to the couch on camera 2. Thank you very much. Here on Foxtel Aurora. Now, it's been a few years since I've seen my next guest, but I've been listening to her on 882 6PR on the Fairfax-owned station here in Perth. But she's a radio success, and she's a fantastic nutritionist. She's also a dietitian, and she's also an author, and she's also a speaker. She does everything. Welcome back to Julie Meek. I'll give you a handshake as well, make it official. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Now, today I've got you talking about Red Apple Day. Now, what's this all about?
Well, at the moment, it is Bowel Cancer Awareness Month, and Red Apple Day is the premier event, I guess you would say, for Bowel Cancer Australia. So it's all about raising awareness about bowel cancer.
Why do we need to raise awareness? How bad is it?
Well, it actually is. It affects around 15,000 people a year in terms of diagnosis, but there are 4,000 deaths a year from bowel cancer.
So do we know if it's more predominantly women or male that have the bowel cancer?
It's a mix of both.
So it affects both?
It does.
In high numbers?
Well,
men or women?
Well, it's probably about half and half.
Equal. Okay.
Yeah. And it's the second largest cancer death above, around all of them. And we have a really poor rate of detection here in Western Australia.
Is it not enough research? Do we not have the experts? Because WA is one of the lead centres for cancer research.
It is.
What are we doing wrong?
It's actually getting people to take the test. So our risk dramatically increases from age 50, and it's encouraging people to go and get the bowel screening so they know.
So what is the test? I mean, I hope it's not something gruesome that we can't talk about.
It is a little bit.
So if I wanted to do it, how would I get involved in having the bowel test?
So you can simply go to the pharmacy, any pharmacy or chemist, and pick up the screening test. So it is a faecal sample that you need to take.
So you've got to poke it up your bottom.
Well, not actually poking it up your bottom, but you actually need to provide a sample. So it would put some people off.
It might be a bit uncomfortable, I suppose. It's something a little bit different, but the results are going to be what comes out of it.
Absolutely.
And what do? Do you take that to the chemist or do you send it off?
Yeah, so then you send it off and then you get the results back. So
they're all
it's
laughing here.
the most
I've never done this. And you know what? I'm totally naive because I've never done it, like a lot of Australians probably going, oh no, I'm not going to do it. So it's good for people to know it's not that hard.
It's not at all hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can go and get it from any chemist.
Free?
No, it's not free.
Oh, okay.
But for certain age groups it is, but it's not expensive either.
Okay. So how are you getting involved? How's Julie Meek getting involved to promote this event?
Well, I'm an ambassador for Bowel Cancer Australia, and in Western Australia we're having a big event on the 17th. So we're 6PR and Spudshed are partnering together. And so...
Now that's an unusual partnership.
Yes.
But Mr. Gallotti.
It is, but he is actually donating red apples because it's Red Apple Day, and so in all of his centres we're going to be there on the day promoting awareness and getting people to get tested.
Okay, so what do we need to do on this? So it's the 17th
of June.
We need to go into Spudshed?
So down to Spudshed, any of the locations, 6 locations, pick up a red apple for free and just learn a little bit more about how you can actually decrease your risk and find out where you're at.
Are they going to be giving away kits and information and brochures on the day, maybe?
Absolutely.
And where to from here? What are we hoping to achieve out of all this fantastic campaign?
Well, effectively is putting it on people's minds because, you know, there is that a little bit of, oh, do I really want to go and have that test? But it is really simple to go and do that.
I wonder sometimes why people hold back. I know that the test seems a bit awkward. Is government and the media doing enough to promote? This cancer's a bad killer. It's a horrible, horrible cancer. What aren't people doing enough of to get it out there? Why aren't we selling it better?
Well, it is actually out there.
Okay.
But it's, I think maybe, it's not a stigma necessarily, but it's that awkward kind of, it's not like a blood test where you can just go and give some blood, but it is really very painless. And just saying, you know, go and have this test, see where you're at, and if you know, I mean, obviously knowledge is power, isn't it? You can actually do something about it.
And are there symptoms, Julie, that people can maybe pick up on if they're not sure if they've got something wrong with them, that they should be reading the signs and going to see a doctor or doing the test?
Sometimes yes, like sometimes they're very obvious, like blood loss in the stools, abdominal pain. My dad had bowel cancer and he had none of that. So that you don't always have those symptoms to go along with it.
Okay.
And that's why the test is so important.
So have the test. It's a little bit invasive, but it's not incredibly long lasting. Send the test through, get the results. How long does it take to get the results back?
It's a couple of weeks and it's not very long. So it's pretty easy.
Now, Julie, I'm hoping to have you back on the couch monthly if we can organise it with you. But you've got a fantastic career on radio as well. When can we catch you on 6PR?
Next Wednesday.
Wednesday mornings?
Wednesday mornings.
Is there a time?
10:30.
10:30 on 882 6PR, and you can get that online as well if you're over east. 6pr.com.au. Julie Meek, check out her website. What is your website for people who want to buy your books as well?
www.juliemeek.com.au.
Right on screen for you there, Julie. Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks, Fred.
And please support Red Apple Day. It raises bowel cancer awareness. It's going to be on the 17th of June. Go into the Spudshed in any location. And Julie, are you going to be at one of the locations?
I will be definitely in one, but maybe lots more than one.
In a loo, because you probably want to work 24 hours a day.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Now, if you missed any of those details and want to find more details, more information, this is how you do it.
If you're looking for more info on anything you've seen on today's show, head to thecouch.com.au. It's where you'll find all the links for our guests, plus clips from the show, backstage photos, and even exclusive movie reviews. You can also sign up as a couchie and be part of our competitions, including Spin It to Win It. New Zealand viewers, that's open to you too. So jump online and check it out now. thecouch.com.au.
What a busy day, what a busy day. We talked we did gay marriage this morning, then we talked about neat ideas. That's why I've got the face, if you're wondering. It's not a rash or anything. It's supposed to be Batman. I did misunderstand the girl. She said Fat Man, and I thought I misunderstood it, but I'm still the Batman thing. And now we're going to be talking about the career king. Now, the career king herself is here, Lois.
Well,
Queen, isn't it?
Hopefully the Queen, yeah.
You're the Queen, Lois. Now, Lois, tell us about yourself again, because we only had you on a few weeks ago.
Sure.
Give us a quick recap.
Great. Well, I'm a career coach, so I help people work out what they'd like to do, where they'd like to go in terms of their career. A lot of people find it very confusing or not very satisfied in their career. And I also help people, once they've worked that out, to get there. And of course that includes helping people job search and find a new role.
Now, we talked about last time the different causes why people are looking for new roles, change of careers, unemployment, all that sort of thing. Today we're going to tackle one subject, which we're going to look at networking.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us briefly in your words what it's all about?
Sure. Well, it's interesting even using the word networking. Some people go, uh-oh, networking, I'm getting something in the pit of my stomach.
Because we had John Beasley on before, and we were talking about networking, and networking to us is meeting many people and putting out what we do. But in your words, for people looking for jobs, how does that work?
I think for me and for people extending their network in order to build their career, it's more about making connections. So if you don't like the word networking, if that feels a bit superficial, looking at the term of making connections, like building up a community of connections, so people that you can help and connect to others.
Networking, how do we become a network? How do we form one?
How do we become better networkers? Yep. I think the first thing is being open and spending time with people and spending time getting to know people. And in particular, in my role as a career coach, if I'm helping someone find a job, I'm encouraging them to go out and have coffees, network, make those connections, and also ask people when they've had some time with them, who else should I be talking to? So making sure they extend their connections that way. The other way is getting out and going to things. So even when it's winter and you'd rather stay home and watch the TV, getting out and going to functions, going to professional association events, things like that.
Very important that people do get out of the house and don't go into the safety net of the couch and go, oh, I can't be bothered. So force yourself to go out and motivate yourself.
I guess hopefully not force yourself. Most people are somewhat social, but you know, if you are a bit nervous and you don't like getting out and meeting people in those event type atmospheres, take along a wingman or a wingwoman. We've got Julie Meek on the show. Julie and I know each other. We could go to a function together and I could go left and she could go right. But if we find ourselves at a loose end or someone's deserted us halfway through the event, we can maybe join back together again. The other great thing of taking a wing person with you is if you're meeting someone, you're thinking, oh, this person's really interesting, but that's actually someone that Julie should be talking to. I can grab Julie and introduce those two people.
Obviously, networking is very important. Can people come to you? Because I can see people out there going, oh, how do I do that? It's so hard. How do I network? I've never been out of the house for 6 months. Can you help them?
I absolutely
for those
can,
people who are worried that they don't know how to do it, you can actually help them, can't you?
I can help them. I help them look at their network, how it already exists, and then how to activate it. Because particularly if you're in a job search situation, you really need to mobilise and find a new role. Only 2 out of 3 jobs aren't advertised. So that really means that if you want to find a new role that you're going to be satisfied with, it's often going to be found through other people.
So how do you know where to go?
How do you know where to go in terms of networking? I think people should extend their reach. So if you're an accountant, don't just go to accounting functions, go to law functions. Go to Julie's nutrition seminar, go to other things where you're going to meet a wide range of people. Because I think that the mistake people make with networking connections is they think people that I know, how can they maybe help me or connect me?
You've got to go outside your circle.
It's outside the circle. They call it weak ties. Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Tipping Point, talks about weak ties or loose ties, which is really those 2nd, 3rd, 4th, even 5th level connections, and they're often the ones, research shows, that will be the ones that will assist you in your next role, getting your next role.
LinkedIn is something I don't use. Like you said, you couldn't find me on there. Tell us
Fred.
briefly what that is.
Yeah, LinkedIn is a professional networking platform, so sometimes I refer to it as the professional Facebook because it is all about connecting online but for professional purposes. So you can politely connect to someone and say, hi Fred, it was lovely to meet you the other day, you know, how about we connect on LinkedIn and stay in touch.
And it is part of Facebook, isn't it? Like
it's actually a separate company, so LinkedIn.com.
Because I always find that when I'm on Facebook, I get the LinkedIn things come to me too, so it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, sometimes people might post on LinkedIn and then flick it over to Facebook or vice versa. But it's important to be on all of those social networks, particularly if you're expanding your career or looking for a new job. Both can be helpful. The main thing with LinkedIn is that companies are now using LinkedIn to source applicants. And they can do that quite cheaply and they can target you. Yes. So, you know, if they're looking for a career consultant, I've had work through a Sydney-based firm because they've looked and found a career consultant.
And I must admit, you are right, because whenever I've got new people on the show, I always looked at LinkedIn to see all about them. Sometimes they've got a brief bio there about them. Sure. So basically, we're talking about how to network, We're talking about where to go and network, how to build connections. We're also creating an effective LinkedIn profile and developing confidence in networking.
Yes, and that can be things like taking your wing person along, getting there early if you're going to a function to meet people, because there's less people there and you can be a bit more comfortable and meet the first person, then meet the second person, and the room fills up. So if you get there late, you suddenly have to face a room full of people. But it's like anything. It's like learning a new exercise or something like that. It's uncomfortable at first. You've got to, you know, pump those networking muscles a little bit.
There's a lot of effort needed, but you can help them make that process a lot easier.
Absolutely. Reframing it to connections, making them more comfortable, and just, you know, reinforcing the fact that they're probably going to get their next wonderful job or career through networking.
Lois, what's your website for those people who want more information?
My website is www.careerwisdom.com.au.
Lois Keay-Smith, she's our fantastic professional. She's the queen of networking and also the queen of contacts by the sounds, and recruitment. She's going to help us with lots of different topics. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, Fred.
Look forward to our next topic. Do you know what we're talking about?
We might be talking about resumes. I'm not sure.
Resumes. Oh, that's something I need help with. Thank you very much, Lois, and thank you very much to Julie Meek as well. We'll catch you on the other side of this break. We're running very short of time. I knew the face painting would take up too much time. Sorry about that, all the other guests that we can't have on. But let me tell you, Bendigo Bank, Community Bank, are giving away $100 bank accounts every week for the next 5 weeks. You have to open an ultimate everyday account. That's the only catch. And then you can spend the money any way you want. $100 is yours. They're going to be sending in guests, which you'll see one next week. But this is how you enter. All you have to do is put the code, well, there it is on screen, Bendigo, standing for Bendigo Bank. You can't get it wrong. Bendigo, anywhere in Australia, you can enter that. Put the code word Bendigo on an SMS, send it to 0439 929 929 with your name and address, and one lucky person for the next 5 weeks will win a $100 bank account. Thanks to Bendigo Bank, Community Bank, helping the community. Thank you very much for watching the show today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Trent Jean is a fantastic performer. He's now going to be on X Factor. I'll tell you more when we get him in to talk to us, but he's going to be performing a great song. Look out for him. He's a great WA talent. We're pretty proud of him. Here he is to end the show. Thanks to all the crew. Thanks to everybody for watching. We'll see you next week. We'll leave you with Trent. Bye-bye.
Two jumps in a week, I bet you think that's pretty clever, don't you, boy? Flying on your motorcycle, watching as the ground beneath you drops. You kill yourself for recognition, kill yourself to never, ever stop. You're broken on the mirror, you're turning into something you are not. Don't leave me high, don't leave me dry. Don't leave me high, and don't leave me dry. Drying up in conversation, you'll be the one who cannot talk. When all your insides have fallen to pieces, you just sit there wishing you could still make love. Oh, lost their style. Oh, they're the ones who spit at you. You'll be the one left screaming, oh, don't leave me high, don't leave me try, don't leave me best thing that you ever had, the best thing that you'd ever had. Don't leave me high, don't leave me try, don't leave me high. Ever had, the best thing that you'd ever had. Oh, it's the best thing that you'd ever had, the best thing that you'd ever had.